Hey guys, Bitcoin Owen here. Donald Trump announced an expansion of his military plan. Basically, he's going to increase military spending from $1 trillion a year to $1.5 trillion a year, and will bring a state-of-the-art military, according to Trump, to America. So it goes from 1 trillion to 1.5 trillion a year. That's a 50% increase in per annum in military spending. Where's he going to get this money from? Trump did his best last year, the first half of 2025, to cut government spending basically, but it was too unpopular. There were too many people upset, too many protests, too many objections in Congress. So he gave up trying to cut using the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk's Doge Department of Government Efficiency. So he gave up, and now he's saying that we're going to grow our way out of it. He's also mentioned Greenland lately, and that means that he's going to increase the size of America basically, and that would probably do some good to US treasuries and the bond market basically. I'd say the bond market would probably improve, because it means that they're going to grow the economy of America. But that Greenland is about the same size, if not bigger, than the America. However, Greenland only has a population of 54,000 souls. So 54,000 added into 350 million people, which is the population of America, is not a huge increase. But this all bodes well for Bitcoin, because it just further moves us along the road to the destruction of the dollar. It means that we're going to have more spending, wider deficits, and greater inflation basically, because he's going to try and grow his way out of the deficit to debt. Basically the deficit is 130% of GDP, and generally when economists say that when not the deficit but the debt is 130% of GDP, and economists generally agree that if the debt is in excess of 100% of GDP, then it's out of control, and we have currency failure, hyperinflation, all those bad things. Can you imagine what hyperinflation would look like? Well, there's a book on Amazon that you should read. It's called When Money Dies by Ferguson. I haven't read it, but I'm planning on reading it. It's all about German hyperinflation and how it happened and why it happened and how they got out of it. They got out of it with help from the opposition in World War II. The British and the Americans gave them a hand, gave them advice, started buying their products, and that's how German manufacturing got started. But anyway, Trump is rippling a few feathers. It's not going to change things dramatically for the dollar. Basically, it means that Bitcoin is looking even better basically, because Trump cannot create Bitcoin out of thin air. He can create dollars out of thin air by buying US treasuries basically. So the government issues treasuries, and the Federal Reserve buys those treasuries with newly created dollars, and that's what debt monetization is, and that's what we're looking at in the future. Silver is looking good too, but not as good as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is holding the baton and is in the lead basically down the final stretch. I don't know when we're going to see a Bitcoin standard basically, and when Bitcoin will be adopted, but the banks are starting to take a serious look at Bitcoin. Large banks basically, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Citibank issued a bullish price target for Bitcoin during this past week, $189,000 per Bitcoin, and the price at the moment is around $88,000, $90,000 per Bitcoin. So things are looking good for Bitcoin. All news basically that comes out from America is positive for Bitcoin. All the news, and the EU, the helpless European Union who don't even have a defence force and have never thought about having a defence force. I reckon this could herald a new EU tax basically, where they tax the citizens of the EU on top of national taxes and local tax, state and local taxes. We could have an EU tax to fund this defence force that they're talking about and defend us from the Russians. Anyway, that's all for now, folks, from the Money and Wealth podcast. See you Monday or tomorrow. I don't know which. I'll see.